Hi, welcome to my porch of social isolation. You may hear the cars driving by, some birds chirping, perhaps the occasional toddler screaming. Let's hope not. Anyway, here we are. This is my workspace. Welcome. And so, for our first interaction for this whole distance learning thing, I wanted to just invite you to my space, say hello personally rather than writing a message to you, and try to add as much humanity as we possibly can to this whole experiment. So I want to start by saying that there's a lot that we do not know. Those questions are going to be answered in the coming weeks or months, and for now all we can do is focus on what we do know. So to begin, we basically have a choice, all of us. We can languish in bed until noon, roll out of bed, maybe eat something, kind of muddle through our day on our phones and wallow in the sorrow of all of this. Or we can get up, we can make the bed, and we can move through our day with a sense of purpose. And yes, that is why I'm wearing the necktie. Please don't judge me. So, moving forward, we're going to have to just choose to make the best of this. You might not find every activity to be completely meaningful. You might completely disagree with my style. In fact, I'm probably going to disagree with myself. We're all figuring this out as we go along. But we can all choose to try to make the absolute best of this unusual situation. So, here's how things will look going forward. At the moment, your quarter 3 grades are just about done. I'm finishing up your tests. The projects were amazing. I loved looking at all of them, but I could not take them home with me, and I could not actually get to campus with enough time to grade them. So, while I saw most of your projects in our galleries, I did not grade all of them, therefore everyone will receive an A for the Chromosome Forest projects. Sorry for those of you that went above and beyond and feel like you earned that A, and you're welcome to those that are lucking out in this situation. Either way, everyone has already received an A in Portal. You should see that if you check Focus today. The last thing you need to do is input your test grades. They'll be finished tonight or at the very latest tomorrow. So when you see your gradebook updated, please check for any errors that you might see, and I'll fix them as soon as I possibly can. Going forward, all the teachers need to devise a system to divide work equally or to the best of our ability. So the way we'll do this is we're going to follow our normal schedule. We'll have A, B, and C day rotations just as usual, and a timeline will be set forth with a modified bell schedule, if you will. And when you are in my class, I will have an assignment available to you to keep up with the content. We're doing this so that no one teacher should overload you with too much work to do. So this is a week where we start with an A day on Monday, B Tuesday, C on Wednesday, meaning there will be one C day lesson from me this week on Wednesday. Some classes will be live, streaming. Oh, Esme. Hi. Anyway, some classes will be live streaming, and you'll be required to be present for those lessons. If that is not a possibility for you, there will be an option to make up the lesson, but attendance will be taken for every class. So you must check in with your classes on the day of the rotation. To get things going, all of your teachers are going to ask you to check in this week, just to see that Microsoft Teams is connecting for you. You'll see an assignment under the Assignments tab on Microsoft Teams. It's basically an attendance check. Please do that as soon as possible for all of your classes, mine included. And of course, the structure of these lessons will change. I'm hoping to keep things interesting. We'll try and do some at-home lab work. Some field work if possible. You can do some ecological surveying in your backyard. We'll see how it goes. Of course, we'll try and make everything as fair and also interesting as possible as we go along. And then that's all I know for the time being about the details of how these classes will be run. I just wanted to check in with you visually today, and then next week I'll have our first lesson up and running, and we'll see how that goes. Before I sign off, I just want to say that while there is a lot to be worried about, undoubtedly, I have some things that I'm grateful for, and I want to share them with you. And perhaps they resonate with you. Perhaps you'll agree. First of all, in the last 2 weeks, I've seen people exercising in their yards that I've never met before in my neighborhood. I hear more birds chirping than I ever do while I'm working from my computer. If I go online to social media, I see people singing from their balconies in Europe. Life moves on. People are still thriving in these very difficult circumstances. And most importantly, I'm grateful that I'm healthy enough to continue working, even if it is from home. People who are sick are languishing in isolation, alone. That is the nature of this disease. So let's all be grateful that our solitude is at least healthy enough to continue doing what we're doing. And I'm happy to see you guys all again. So while I miss you, your physical presence, and this is nowhere near what I'd like to be doing with my day, we're going to make the most of it. And I can't wait to see you soon. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you this coming week.